Hi guys, and welcome back to the Momoh'S Corner, season 2.
Wow.
I like to say that because then it makes us feel like we have a plan, even though we're just winging it. But yeah, welcome back. And today I'm a little more energetic than the last time, but I'm also hoping and praying that Evie doesn't wake up. He is sleeping upstairs. He's had a bath. I put the white noise for him, and he's sleeping.
Come on. Look at you.
Just to go off the track first, I'm a mom, so I always think of this. By the way, I know people always say that you shouldn't be using, like, you shouldn't use a particular method for a child and then they will get used to it, and then when you try to take it away, it will be hard. Let me explain. So, for example, now for the past 2 nights, I've been using white noise for Evie, so that he can sleep longer in the night. So I start the white noise from when he's having his bath to when he's dressing up to when he's feeding and then till when he sleeps. And he actually slept. Last night he slept for 4 hours stretch. Usually he sleeps for 2 or 3. And like I was like, okay, this is working. So I tried it again today. Do you have like any holdback against like in like using something else to help a baby sleep? Because if it's taken
Now,
away, it will affect the baby's sleep.
honestly, just if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Lots of people have been using.
Broken.
If it's not broken.
Broken.
Sorry, Beleo. Lots of people use white noise for their babies. And
I
their
use white
babies.
noise to sleep sometimes.
I'm saying. When we were back in Cyprus, we're always using rainfall and this and
I introduced it to you.
So you see, you just come into my room in Cyprus, and then there's just thunder striking. It's just like, what's going on?
Even me. I remember when I went to Nigeria in 2017, I was in my sister's house, and then I was trying to sleep. I could not sleep. It was just really hot. You know, Nigeria is no light. And she used to put off her generator around like 11. So it's just hot.
Yeah.
So I put the rainfall on my laptop and then throughout the night. My sister woke up the next day and was like, what? Like she was really, really scared, thinking something was happening. She knew that my laptop was just playing rainfall and thunder throughout the night. But it actually really, really helps me sleep. So I feel like Evie is like that also because he's been sleeping really well this past 2 nights. But again, they say, oh shit, I just did it. They said that you should not talk about your baby sleep unless he will stop sleeping.
Anyway, we thank God for sleep. God is the one that has to give sleep.
Oh, yeah.
As you guys can see, we are sat in the kitchen because Tucker said she hates our living room.
I don't hate our living room. I just don't like our couches.
Okay.
Like,
talk to
there's
the
so
people.
many things I want to say, guys. So many things. So about this house, hey, you know how we told you guys that when we moved into this house, like we felt like this is the house, and like we just had that inclination that this is where we're supposed to be. Yes, we did have that, but the house came unfurnished, like everything was empty. Our previous house came fully furnished, so we didn't really have to do anything. Like all we had to buy was an air fryer and the microwave.
Some stuff in the kitchen, yeah.
That was a pot pan, obviously. But in this house, like every single thing we've had to buy. And I had this vision for like decorating this house. Like I don't really know how to do interior decor, but I was really looking forward to learning with this house. But because of Ozzy and I were in such a tight corner, that's how I'll put it, the English, a tight corner financially when we got this house, and the house is really expensive. We didn't want to splurge on like buying furniture and like buying appliances and everything. So we were mostly using like charities, British foundations, or people that like have something new that they're like, oh, do you guys want this? And then we bought like essential things. So I feel like I have not had the opportunity to start this house the way I want, especially those couches. I just do not like. I don't want to say I hate it, but I really have a deep dislike for this couches. Anyway, so that's why we're in the kitchen.
And that's one. Secondly, is because you just don't like arranging or the movement of the.
Oh yeah, it's too much work. Yeah, to move the couches and set up all the lights. And Ozzy is a perfectionist, so he wants it to be just right.
Wait,
and I'm just like, why?
Anyway. So, my people,
we are so different in the fact that I'm about the content. Like, let the content be good, let the audio be good. You are about the setup and everything. Like, you're about
let everything be good. You know.
Okay, yeah. It's good for everything to be good, but I feel like sometimes we just waste so much time setting up that you lose momentum. And then it gets to the point where you need to talk, and you're just like, I'm too exhausted because I spent the whole time setting up.
Well, anyway, let us know what you think about this setup. I think it's. I don't know how I feel about it. When I see the video, look at this video, I don't know how I feel about it.
Do you know it's actually crazy that we actually did not look at the video before we started recording? This is the first time. We just started recording.
It's time, bro. I need to be in bed soon.
Okay, so it is again almost midnight, like the last time. So that's why we are able to record. I was telling Ozzy earlier today that. Sorry, am I talking too much?
No. Go. It's a podcast. Literally, you have the mic in front of you. The essence is that you talk.
I feel like that because I've just been every most of the day. You go out and you go to work and you see people and talk to people. So whenever I get on the podcast, I get an opportunity to talk. I'm just like, it kind of seems like it's too much. Anyway,
It's fine.
but now I've lost my train of
I
thought.
love you. I love you.
What was I saying? I can't remember. Huh? What was I saying? What was I saying before that? Because my brain is like potatoes, literally. It's like mashed potatoes. I can't remember anything I was saying. I literally can't remember what I was saying.
It's fine. It didn't start it, so I don't know what you want to. So, how are you doing, Doctor?
God, I feel so bad.
How are you?
I'm supposed to be smart. Ozzy, I can't remember what I was saying.
It's
I'm
okay.
good. I'm good. I was watching a podcast by this lady that I really enjoy. I enjoy her podcast. I enjoy her Instagram myself. And she would ask like her when you have somebody on the guest. I don't know guest.
It's fine.
God, that big. She would ask her guests like, "How are you?" And they would say they're fine. And she'd be like, "No, I'm not asking like the generic "How are you?" Like she'd be like, "I want to know how are you?" And then people would like go on and talk. But yeah, so when we say "How are you?" I'm fine in general. I'm okay. But I remember I was telling you earlier that I just feel like I need to pause. Like I feel like I've just been going like going. And I've not had the minute to just catch my breath lately and just like take everything that's happening in properly since even getting pregnant and having I just feel like I've been on a sprint. Is this sprint is called, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I've just been going. I've not had the minute to just pause. And today I was just feeling a little bit, tiny bit overwhelmed. Because I was with Evie again all day. I'm on maternity leave, so I am with the baby all day. Ozzy goes to work. And so he would cry, he would wake up, he'll cry, I'll feed him, or we'll have a bath, or we'll play, or stuff. So it's just like everything in my life is just literally surrounded around him. And I love it. I'm happy to be a mom. I'm excited and everything, but it just feels like sometimes I just want a break. Because even when he's sleeping, I need to do other things. I remember posting a video today on my Instagram, and it was about like expectations and reality. So like I thought like motherhood would be. I mean, that's not the caption I wrote, but there were so many ideas coming to my head. But anyway, what I was trying to say is, I have. Oh, am I talking too much?
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Sorry, I keep talking.
No, keep talking.
So I have like all these expectations that mother is gonna be like this or like that. And in reality, some days I just really like some days I just find it really hard like to get on with things. But the things that you have to, like you don't have a choice. Like before I had Amy, some days I'll be like, I don't want to get out of bed. And I had the choice to just sit in bed and just chill on my phone or watch a movie or something. But now since having a baby, I cannot not. Like there's no day that I'm not moving. I have to get up, I have to feed him, I have to change his nappy, he has to have a bath, or I have to cook. I mean, obviously you are there and I'm not saying this to make it seem like you don't support me at all. But not support, you are very, very much there. But when you're working, kind of seems like it's unfair for me to because also I work from home most of the time. Kind of seems like it's unfair for me to say, oh, please can you have it him so I can do so I have to be with him. And then when you're done working, you have to rest because it's like unfair also. Because I'm thinking like if it was me that just went to work and I came back home, I wouldn't want time to rest. But then I'm also exhausted. So I'm like sometimes I'm just like, oh, maybe I'm tired, so take him and give me a break. But yeah, I just wish I could take a break, like a proper break where my brain doesn't think, oh my god, have I done this? Oh my god, have I done this? Like just not. Just be. That would be really nice.
I think as new parents, we are still adjusting to this new life that we have. For me, I think some days it's very easy because of when it was just both of us. I'm just doing certain things the way I want them to do certain things. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, I can't keep doing this because it's not just about me and Dorcas anymore. I cannot just have this man cave or what I want to do for myself because we have a child now and there's yeah, life is different for
Yeah,
us.
you can't just go about your life really.
So it's been yeah.
Yeah, it's been a learning curve. We've been learning, we've been adjusting.
Yeah.
I remember when we were talking about getting pregnant. Because we talked about it like way before I even got pregnant. Like we just talk and say, I know one thing that you always say is that, like, do you realize that our lives will really never be the same again? Like,
Yeah.
if we actually do this, if we actually like have the baby, that's the end. That, like, forget you and I alone. It's now you and I and somebody for the rest of our lives, or people. And yeah, of course, I took that in and I processed that. But it's different living it out.
Yeah.
Um, and in your head, especially when they are so dependent on you and they're going to be dependent on you for at least the next 18 years. And it's just like, it's such a huge responsibility, but it's also something to be really grateful for. I'm not even going to come here and pretend and say, oh my God, our lives are this and that. No, I am grateful. I'm happy
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
get to do this. Efe is the sweetest boy. He has the most beautiful laughs and he smiles a lot. And he has gotten to the point where he sees me and he just gets really excited. And that is enough compensation. I'm just like, okay, fine. I am tired, but this is your smile. Fine. So yeah, I'm really grateful.
Yeah. I think recently I just turned 30
I was just about to say that.
and the realization that I'm an adult now has just properly hit.
Yeah.
Um, obviously, many people like, what do you mean you've always been an adult? I don't know. I usually I don't like my birthdays because rather than see the things I'm grateful for, I spend most of my time fixated on all the things that have not happened, and it becomes this bleak kind of day. Now, to make it worse, this time when it was my birthday, I was working all day,
Yeah.
and I love my job. I love what I do. I love everything around it. It's just this was a very different kind of
Yeah. I
birthday.
feel like it was a really significant birthday. Like you were turning 30. That's special. That's not 29. That's not 27.
Yeah,
That's 30. And
but
it was so sad. Like
it,
I was actually quite sad for you. It's like,
it just to me it felt this was Tuesday,
yeah.
you know,
It's really sad.
and
In the NHS, they
can you
usually
move like this a bit? Just yeah, it's like
are
yeah.
you just trying to say you want to touch me? I'll not have another baby yet. Anyway,
So
in the NHS, they usually give, like, if you ask for it, they'll give you your birthday off. But obviously, because yours it fell on a team day, so it
yeah,
was not
yeah, it was
possible.
a specific kind of day, so I couldn't take it off. If not, normally I've not gone. But it just since then till now, I've just been taking stock of my life, taking stock of our family, and a lot of things have just a lot of things I'm grateful for. I can't lie. Like the fact that we're living in this house, the fact that we're living in this country, the fact that we get to do the things that we do. I remember I read my prayer letter recently, and I'm like, actually, God is actually doing amazing things. I get to be a part of several people's lives in such a deep and meaningful way that is impactful. It's good work. I get to communicate with not just students but church leaders. I get to build the kind of relationships that in any kind of job I wouldn't do. So that is exciting.
I remember talking to Becky, and she was like, Ozzy is in the perfect job for him. And I think as many people as I've spoken to about your job, they're like, yeah, that's the job for Ozzy. Because it's such is your job. Like your
Yeah.
personality fits into that kind of job, and you love talking about Jesus, and it's like literally a job where you get to talk about Jesus all day and be like excited and bubbly with like youths and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think you really got the perfect job. Good job.
I'm grateful to God.
Thank God.
We thank God for that.
I didn't ask you how you were. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm already answering how I am and
Okay.
just reflecting on 30. Reflecting on 30. However, as much as I enjoy my job, which is such a good thing. I've realized I've been reflecting on it more and more and seeing that as much as I have a forward facing job and everyone sees it and sees the great stuff, there's still so much that I leave on the table. You know, there's still so much I can be doing with life in general, with creativity, with my fitness and health that I just either said I was going to do and not do it or just let slide. And I guess for me, the new resolution for 30, I don't think I've even, we're all finding it out now, but my new resolution for 30 is just to not leave anything on the table, to try my absolute best to be the kind of person that does the most, you know, however possible, as God would allow. This morning during my devotional, I remember just mowing over Psalm 90, verse 12, where it says, teach us to number our days that we may have
Apply hard.
have a heart of wisdom or apply our hearts unto wisdom. It depends on the translation. And it just simply means God help us to realize how frail and short life is. And so every single day as we go into today, let's just, you know, take it. Because I remember asking myself this question this morning, like, why do I think that I'm not going to die? And I know many people say, oh, especially on your birthdays, you think about that a lot. Well, people don't realize that we literally are on borrowed time here. And so sometimes when you
I
get,
think we do realize, but we just forget.
that's what I'm saying. When you get so caught up in the everydayness of things and you get so wrapped up in life itself, you forget that one, you're on borrowed time. And any of this, like, is a wrap one day.
Yeah.
Like, it can be tomorrow, it can be a wrap. And
Yeah.
and so when I stand before God, yes, I would have done some really good stuff. But there's all this other stuff that I also can do, and I also can work hard at, that it's not going to affect any of my job. It's just going to be to do more. So I guess that's where I'm trying to lean more into, especially in 30. I don't know if it's fine for me to. Sorry,
Yeah,
now I'm going yapping.
No,
But
please, yeah.
there's something that happened when we were having a chat last night, and if you don't want, we can cut it out. I remember you were talking about being on social media and how you don't want to be on social media. It's funny because we both have a different reaction to stuff.
You have to be clear because there are two reasons why I was thinking today also. There are two reasons why I said I don't want to be on social media.
And we don't have to share them, and I'm not going to
One
share
is
them.
because no, that's not that. One is because I just have this. It's weird. It's weird. There's this. This is the light reason. There's this cringe I get when I feel like people can see me trying. Because every time you post on social media, every time you post a story, a reel or like a photo or whatever, it's basically you saying, I'm trying to be seen, I'm trying to get people's attention. And sometimes just the idea that people will know that I'm trying makes me cringe, which is actually very stupid. And the second reason is because I feel like right now social media has become a means to an end. It's no longer the way social media used to be before. Like people just enjoyed like sharing and we'll take family photos and we'll be like, oh my god, my dad did his 60th birthday, or you guys travel to like have a road trip or something, you're gonna post it and like everybody just like, it's just easy, it's just very, very what's the word? When something is it grows naturally, organic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very organic. But now there's so much focus on the profit that you can get, and I'm not even faulting anyone for that. I mean, make your bag. There's like honestly, but there's so much focus on getting and how much success you can get and how much profit you can get on social media, that we forget to enjoy it. And even me, for me, like the reason why I get so much anxiety nowadays when I post a picture or video or something is because they they are like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I hope this video does well so that then my video will now grow and become viral and then I'll now start making money from this video. Like it's just It's always about how you can get something. And
Yeah.
so it just gives me too much anxiety. And I'm like, is it even worth it? Like,
Mm.
let me just go off. Like I was telling you, joking, that there's a kind of money that we will have that I'm just like, do you sis? People are not gonna know what's going on in my life. You're not gonna know anything about me. I'll just disappear from social media.
And so why I brought that up is because I've been thinking about my own life and how I've also had that, dichotomy, struggling with being online. And now I feel I'm at a place, not the best place, but I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I don't mind being online anymore. And it felt like a shift where honestly wanted to tell you, you don't have to do social media anymore. Let me do it.
Ah,
Um,
the day you say that,
and
the joy in my soul.
and
I was
and
so
the
happy.
reason is that I get why. Of course, you said part of what you said is you feel like you don't want to share parts of your life sometimes, but
Mm.
that you have to. And me, I
I
feel
don't
like,
have to.
okay, you
That's
don't have to,
yeah.
but like part of being online right now
Is
is that.
part of being online is, oh my god, there's so much to unpack here. Like,
Okay.
part of being online is, they say be authentic, be yourself, da 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 da.
Mm,
And I've always told you, I've always had this like insecurity about not having a skill. Like, I'm
mm.
not talented. I'm not particularly talented in anything. Growing up, school, I was I
I don't
was
believe that, but okay.
I was always like the book smart girl, but I didn't have like other skills like other people. They could dance, they could draw, they could sing, they could da 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 da. I was always like average in everything. I can dance, but like, okay, I can do like two steps. I can sing, but okay, like they'll put me in part of the choir, kind of thing. It was never something that was like outstanding. But in books, I was like, oh, that's why I got it. But on social media, it's like, how can I how can I show that part of myself? Like, because that's the only thing I have going for me, quote unquote. How can I show that part of myself? And then it's like, people are not really interested in knowing how smart you are. What are you going to teach them? Like biology, chemistry. So I just felt like the only thing I could put forward, to be authentic, to have something to share, to have content, is my life. And I really, and this will be so funny, and this will be so funny to people, because for somebody like me that is like always online and yapping about everything that's going on in my life, I actually really hate it. Like, genuinely, I don't like it. I don't like it. But again, it goes back to the thing of, you're thinking of profit. You're thinking of, I need to work on my, like, I need to make money for my family. I need to grow my social media so I can start getting these brand deals. Da, 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 da. And so you're thinking, if all I can do is share, might as well share. Obviously, I'm not going to share the,
Certain things, yeah.
yeah, intricate details of my life. The things I share are things I want people to know. But like, I don't even want to share that.
Mm,
I was listening to one podcast, on that same dank, that Reverend Ida girl that I was telling you about. She was having an interview with this girl called Idia Isen, something like that. And the girl was saying how, so the question that was put to the guest was that, it seems like people, the public, only have this misconception of you. We don't know who you really are.
mm,
Your social media is like about your acting or about you traveling. There's nothing, like, we don't really, who are you? Who is Idia? We don't really know
yeah.
anything about your life. And the girl was like, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could even delete more pictures and make you guys don't even know who my father is, who my mother, like anything about me, I
Yeah.
would do that. And I was like, oh my god, somebody finally says that I relate so deeply. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if there was something else I could do, and I've had a conversation with you, I've had a conversation with my best friend, Juan. If it was something else I could do, um, that will not involve my personal life so much, and but will still be like a good market, and I can still like sell it online, I will.
Mm.
But now it kind of seems like that's all I have going. But anyway, I've just come online and poured my heart again. So I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, I thought about that a lot, and every I felt a bit challenged by that, mostly because I have again I have so much ideas as to how to do social media without including my life generally involved in it. Like,
But then it kind of goes to, sorry I interrupted you, but I just want to say something about that. It
mhm,
kind of goes to prove my point, because you are multi talented. You can sing, you can dance, you can act, you are a photographer, you're a videographer, you are a writer, you're a script writer, you're a songwriter. It's like, there are too many things you can do. You can post these things online and people are gonna follow you because you could literally say I'm not posting anything about me or Evie on your social media and just sing and people will still follow you because you have that voice. You can play the instrument, you can play guitar, you can play drums, you can play piano. Oh yeah. So that's the thing. You have the you are the market. That's why I always say you sell yourself because you are liquid. But something like this is kind of like
No, okay, so I want to first before I start yapping about all the things that I've imagined. I think you easily sell yourself short when it comes to
this just slowly turned to therapy.
I mean, we don't even have to post this video. We can record
No, it's
and
fine.
that video.
It's fine. It's okay.
Um, but I think you easily sell yourself short. Lots of people I know that are like you,
Mm.
who are on the other side of what I feel. Like for me, I feel with all those things you've listed, I just feel it's even more problematic for me. People like you are more so like managers of people, and those are the
I would
people.
love to
Those are
manage
people. Those are people
somebody's
who
social
make the
media.
money. My biggest worry with asking you to manage me is that we'll fight easily, because
True.
I'm still trying to really wrap my head around like why I want to be online. And I think for the longest time, the question I asked myself is why do I want to be online? Anyway, that's aside. I think you sell yourself short because I think you're one of the smartest people I know. You
Yeah.
are so
I'm not.
I guess that's not
I'm
what
not.
you're saying.
I'm not even gonna like act humble
Mhm.
and say, "Oh no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not smart." No, I know I was smart in school. Like I'm book smart. I know that. But I'm talking about like the skills
Okay, but
of it.
the only thing that when that saddens me is that when you call all these things in code that you say I can't do,
Mm.
um, a lot of them are not skills I've always had. They are skills that
True.
I learned,
True.
and so I'm like you have like for example you even before I think we're still dating when we're still dating you learned how to edit videos. Like honestly, I'm the one that did filmmaking, but Dorcas is the one that does all the editing because I'm just like uninterested. I got to a point where I felt I've been so far removed from creativity and all that that I've been so focused on my job or everything, something else, anything else, and I feel like time has passed so much. It's a lie. I know it's a lie, but time has passed so much that I don't want to get back to it. Anyway, you learned how to video edit yourself. You started thinking of creative ideas. I seldom put any kind of effort into the videos you guys see online. People would see our product and like, oh, maybe Ozzy is the one. No, it's all talkers. So I don't think you see all of those things. You learned how to do all those things. You learned about SEOs. You learned about social media management. In fact, our Momo's Corner Instagram that blew up was all your handiwork. I literally would just
It's
watch
a
you work.
blow of when
No, I
it
mean
started blowing up and then we
no,
went
but
on a
what I mean
9 month
by
sabbatical. Yeah, I
what
get
I
it. I
mean
get it.
like
I get it.
grew to 4,000. You know how hard it
In
is
how
to
many
get
months?
in less than 3 months,
Yeah.
and like curating all the right videos and stuff. You did most of the editing, if not all the editing, for the shots, for the action. Like people would think, oh, Ozzy did it. No, you did it. You did all of that.
Oh wow! Since
So
my hand, boom, boom, boom,
so
boom,
my point is that you sell yourself short and you think you don't have a skill, but that's not true. You do have a skill.
Yeah.
You know how to learn well, and not just learn well. You know how to teach people well. So
How can I monetize that now?
I mean, we
Do
I
you want
think
me to manage you?
see
I can manage your social media.
the
Do you want
first
me to
step.
edit your
Wait now,
videos?
listen.
Send it
I
to me.
think the first step is actually acknowledging that you've learned all these things. So you keep saying, "Oh, but I don't have any skill. I don't know," but you do. You actually do have multiple skills.
But what am I gonna do with this skill? With
Again,
the editing video, when there are no videos to edit, send me a video. Let me edit for you at a fee. I will give you discounts as I'm just starting my business. Wink, wink.
no, I think you again. One of the things that people do not recognize that social media is running towards is when people are so tired of the over over curated content. They are moving back to simple, easy life. And one thing that many people do not do that I feel they're missing out is rather than think about producing already made content or
Be the novel, be the starter of something.
rather than not even that, rather than bringing out content that is so polished. Lots of people now can relate more to a journey, a progress,
Mm.
like and so that is where the meat is.
I think people know that it's just because you've not spent a lot of time on social media because they are doing they've said it a lot. Like if you do series, like oh how I did this, oh my journey to this, it will blow up. 30-day series, 1 week series, it will blow up. And I think people are getting on with that.
So I wonder if you would benefit from trying out like a series. I know
What kind of
it
series?
sounds
No, it doesn't
no
sound
no
anything.
I know it sounds funny because we have a child now and life is just different. So we have to really acknowledge that we're in a very different space in our lives.
Yeah, but the thing with me, the way my brain works is that if there's something to do, I will do it. Like I know it will be hard and I'll probably be pushing myself, but again, it is possible.
Mhm.
So if there was something for me to do, if you have an idea, you're like, oh, Dorcas, you can do, I can, I can arrange and schedule my time in a way that right now, as Eve is sleeping, I have this time to do what I have to do. Obviously, during the day when he's sleeping, I have to do the chores and cook and that. But in the night time, when there's nothing else to do and I've done everything I need to do, then I can like go ahead with the ideas. So share your ideas.
My struggle with social media is I see the addiction that social media is causing. And the battle I constantly fight with is, am I just being part of the problem? It's like I acknowledge that this is a problem. I acknowledge that people are too glued to their phones. Yet I am
Am I
creating
contributing to the problem?
like how much contribution am I making to the epidemic? I imagine social media to I equate it to like hard drugs. And imagine there's a drug epidemic in Truro, for example. There is none, but saying we imagine there is that. And we're all trying to say, oh, this is such a huge problem. And then whilst we're all trying to say this is such a huge problem,
You're selling.
I'm still selling drugs. So I guess that is like the biggest,
Yeah,
toggle I
yeah,
have with social media.
yeah. I think it's mm, again there's the place of that. Definitely, that's a very very strong point, and that's why I think we need a lot of restrictions around social media, age limits, number one, and then just put like restrictions for yourself, like how many hours am I spending online,
Mm.
20 minutes at a time, an hour at a time, just kind of those kind of things will help. But I feel like they're also very, very undeniable positive aspects of social media.
Yeah,
Social
yeah,
media has
obviously.
helped a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
you see a woman in the slum and somebody notices her and she needs something and all of a sudden like she has blown. I remember this guy Tunde that does chess
Mm.
and how there was a video of this woman that took her little girl to go and sweep the roadside, like all these lawma people in Lagos,
Mm.
to go and sweep the roadside at like 5 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. or something. And then somebody came, I don't even know what this person's problem was. I was recording the woman, like really, really embarrassing the woman and saying, like, how would you bring your little girl here by this time to come and sweep? The girl should be in school, or she should be sleeping. And just really, really embarrassing. And the woman was trying to like explain that, like, the girl like wants to help. Anyway, fast forward to this other video, and he was like really, really like riled up from the video, and it was like his mom was a lawman, like his mom swept, and he used to follow his mom to go and sweep.
Mm.
It did not mean that his mom did not want the best for him, like, and because of that, he sponsored the girl throughout her university, like
Mm.
he has settled her fees and those kind of things. Like social media can be good. There are ways that social media can be used for good, but obviously there are undeniable ways that also social media can affect us. But we are here to say that social media is hard. It's a tug of war that we are having. Currently, we don't
Yeah.
even know if we will ever have Evie on social media. That would be his decision, I guess, when he grows up and he can make that decision for himself. But while he's still a baby or while he's still small, we wouldn't like involve him because he cannot give consent. Anyway,
Sorry, before that, I think I remember somebody was saying some things are inevitable. So rather
inevitable.
inevitable, sorry.
I can't see like I know English today. However,
Some things are inevitable. So rather than think about how, rather than think about how to avoid it completely, because
be part
you
of the
can,
good. Mm,
it's how much you can contribute to it. Because
mm,
then I start to think about it on a different way, like theology.
mm.
And
Bible projects, Jackie
yeah,
Berry.
just even in my personal life, I
Mm,
remember I used to be so much of the,
mm,
oh, this is bad theology kind of guy.
mm,
But bad theology, the only thing that can expel bad theology is good theology. It's
mm,
not somebody saying this is bad theology.
mm,
And so I guess if there is a positive way, I
mm,
don't know how,
mm.
but if there's a positive way of bringing, good stuff to the light,
Using social media.
using social
Oh
media
God,
as a
there
way
are
to,
positive ways, baby.
that's what I'm saying. Like for us now,
Mm.
like even having this podcast is our own small way of
Yeah,
contributing
I
to
think
that.
yeah.
Even though I acknowledge that this has potentially been over 20 minutes of your life that you have given to watching this video, and that's 20 minutes you could have used for learning a skill, so
I mean, but just listening to people rant, probably people that you can relate with. I think
yeah,
I used to not like podcasts previously, but now I listen to podcasts and I really, really enjoy it. I think the people that really got me to enjoy podcasts, two couples, Jackie Perry and Preston and Tulu and Yemi.
mm,
YT podcast. I love their podcast. I watch it like religiously, really enjoy them. And then Dario and Jackie on newly. So yeah. So I think there are positive ways that social media can help, and I think we can be part of the good. It's just to know how to navigate that and
yeah,
do better.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, we just ranted about social media
Come on.
for over 40 minutes. But thank you so much for
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
and for listening to us. We'll see you in the next one. May the peace of the Lord be with you.
and also with you.